Hello friends, I'm back with my new video, this time in Uganda, about the gorilla and chimpanzee tracking that we did there. To start with, let me share our experience in this lovely country. Our travel was looked after by DAF Safaris and we had a very good time due to their efforts. Home to Lake Victoria and the source of Nile River, Uganda, also called as the Pearl of Africa, is an East African country lying on the equator. Starting from the time our guide Addison met us at Entebbe Airport to the welcoming hotel staffs, the local guides Joshua and Joanna, who took us around a small community where we were warmly welcomed. The banana man making banana beer and gin at home, and coffee being made in the community right from the berry at home, and lots more. The wildlife in Uganda is superb, and we did both the land and boat safari. We saw lots and lots of savanna elephants. One of them came right into our lodge and provided us with a grand spectacle.
To our resort, and this is our resort, and this huge massive fellow has managed to come in and he's feeding himself.
Hippos are in plenty. Then we saw water bucks, the Ugandan hob, hyenas, wild boars and buffaloes, the Nile crocodile, African fish eagle, the elusive topi, and many more. We also had the opportunity to cross the equator twice during this vacation. Uganda is most famous for its primates. While we saw the red-tailed monkey, black and white Columbus monkey, the Lahost monkey, and baboons, our main objective was the chimpanzees and gorillas. The gorilla tracking was undertaken in the Bivindi Impenetrable Forest, which has the highest concentration of gorillas in Uganda. We entered from the Ruhija sector, which is home to 4 gorilla families. We are divided into 4 teams of about 8 people each. So the bookings have to be done months in advance as the permits are strictly regulated and are expensive at $800 per head. Locals performed a very welcome dance for us, followed by a briefing before we set out on the trek. Each team will have a guide and 2 armed guards to protect us.
Those veterans, we are told to go and stay with other people there.
There is a team of advanced trackers who would have entered the forest earlier to give us some information as to which way to head to meet with the gorilla family. The trek is very tricky as the forest is thick with no trails and traverses through steep hillsides. It took us about 1.5 hours of trekking and continuous communication between the guide and the advanced trackers to bring us to the vicinity of the gorilla family. What followed for the next hour was an awesome experience in their midst, and these photos and videos will say it all.
This is the silverback. He's the leader of the group.
Between 18 to 20 kilograms of salads in a day. What's in for the lot?
At the end of it, we returned back to base camp to receive a certificate from the rangers. The chimpanzee tracking was undertaken in the Kibale National Park. This also has to be booked in advance and costs $250 US. A briefing was followed by entry into the forest, assisted by our guide and 2 armed rangers. Immediately upon entering the forest, we encountered a family of chimpanzees, and the next hour was spent in following them and enjoying their antics. Finally, it was time to say farewell to Uganda, and our guide Adson had this to say in his own language.
Dear Satish and Bena, mwebale kujja mu Uganda kukyalirako era mwebale kukola na Dove Safaris, mwebale nnyo. Then tusaba bwe mukomewo omulundi ogwokubiri neera mujje n'emikwano gyammwe okuva e India nabo bajje bakozese Dove Safaris okujja okulaba wildlife mu Uganda. Mwebale nnyo. Namaste.